Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brain Waves, and we're here to talk to you all about a very important subject. You see, there's a lot that's going on in the news, there's a lot that's going on in these streets, and somebody got to talk about it. So, when you come into the building, make sure you double tap the screen. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Feel free to comment and make sure you share this video. All right. Today, what we're going to talk to you all about. All right. And this is very important. What we're going to talk to you all about is Donald Trump. We're going to talk about President Trump. And we need to talk about a particular content creator in question here. All right. This content creator, I have mentioned to those of you that have already subscribed to me, those of you that already follow me, I have been bringing up that I would talk about a particular content creator. All right. And this is the particular content creator. Now, if you looked at the thumbnail, maybe you might recognize who it is. If you haven't had a chance to look at the thumbnail, the content creator is Nubreed. Okay. He has a YouTube channel called Nubreed Global Truth. But what I want to show you is that it's actually called Nubreed Global Lies, because he claims that that channel is about global news, hence the name. But yet what he does is he's using global means and global things to deceive the masses. Also that he can get clicks, he can get likes, he can get views, basically money. Everything he does is money motivated. And then he cloaks it while trying to say that he is biblically inspired, that he's biblically led to do what he does. If he was biblically led and inspired to do what he does, he wouldn't tell the lies that he tells. Now, this particular content creator, I have personally exposed, I have personally provided documentation and receipts on the lies that this individual has told. And I have also had guests on my show. This is all on my channel. I've had numerous guests who've had bad financial dealings with this person, who've had all types of bad interactions. One moment they were cool, the next thing you know, they got burned. Some of these individuals are content creators. All right. Some of these individuals are content creators. That's right. They're content creators. And besides content creators, they're just regular viewers. They're regular people that have, again, it started out fine. It seemed like everything was fine, including myself personally. Now, what you're going to find before I get into the details, and this is only part one. So there will be a part two, there will be a part three, or what have you. Okay. In part one here, what you're going to find is that this content creator, as well as this content creator's cohorts, so that means any other content creator that supports Nubreed, that rocks with Nubreed, that follows along with him, any of his subscribers, what they're going to do in result of this particular live stream is go on a crying fest. They're going to cry, they're going to whine, they're going to create lies, they're going to create a smear campaign. And these are some of the things that I told you would take place the moment that I would do this live stream. So do not be surprised when you see not only this particular content creator, as well as content creators that support Nubreed, that rock with Nubreed, and obviously the viewers. You're going to find them spread lies, spread misinformation. Let me go ahead and get some of this out. They're going to try to say that I'm gay with no proof when I'm married, and I gotta add this, you know, because people be asking these questions these days, and this is relevant information. But I've been married to a woman, a fine ass black woman, while we're on the subject. And this is actually something that Nubreed, he claims that he's FBA while we're on the subject, and he claims that he's a foundational black American and all this stuff. He claims that he's so in touch with anybody that has the melanin. Okay, so whether you are FBA, whether you are African American, whether you identify as Panamanian, Haitian, Caribbean, Jamaican, African. You get where I'm going. He claims that he's down, but yet his woman is not even a black woman. And any baby mamas that he has with any black women, they're all failed relationships. He is not involved with them. So what you're going to find is that him, and you're going to find that any other bitter black women, because I support black women, they're going to make videos. They're going to take videos. I did one video, and I got to say all this up front because I want to let you know that this is the ammunition that they're going to try to use to refute the information that you're about to see in this video, because I'm about to drop a bombshell of information as it's related to Trump, as it was related to Nubreed. I got to get this Trump. I got to get the Nubreed part in here. All right. Now, they're going to say that I'm against black women when I'm married to a black woman, when tons of black women rock with me. I uplift black women. I have had nothing but black women as well as men on my show. You can go back and look at the videos. All I do is support black women. Even one or two of the content creators that's going to make live streams and videos trying to say that I'm against black women. As a matter of fact, one content creator in particular steadily tries to say that I'm against black women when I've even supported that particular female content creator. And there's proof of that, and there's evidence of that. For years, I've supported this content creator. And now all of a sudden, for some reason, because this content creator decides to rock with demons, but yet claims that this person is a believer, now all of a sudden they're going to be like, I'm against black women because I made one video talking about entitled black women. That's right. One video showing the women in that video who actually were entitled. But that is not my stance on all black women. But that's the type of smear campaigns they're going to do. So they're going to do that. They're going to say that I'm gay. They're going to say that I'm involved in witchcraft, that I do spell work. I've got proof that I don't do that. There was a time on my channel when I did tarot readings and I did things to help people. I helped people get free of a lot of stuff that was done to a lot of people, things that was put on. And there's proof of that. I've done that. And I've put that out. And I've renounced it. And I've done videos. Let me see if I can show you this one video in particular. I tell you, man, these people right here. Let me see if I can get this pulled up. And I must get this out before we get directly into this information as it relates to what's going on with Trump and everything, because this is the narrative that they're going to try to put out to make you all believe that I'm someone who I don't say that I am. Okay, so this is what I want y'all to take a look at. We're going to look at this real quick before we get into the content. All right, let me get this on the screen for you all. Now, I did a video some time ago. Take a look at it. It's right here on the screen. I did this video a while ago. Okay, I did this way over a year ago. Okay, and you see right here, it says astrologers. It says tarot readers and astrologers, a call for them to repent. I publicly did a video to call for them to repent. And I did this well before any of the smear campaigns, before any of the lies. They're nothing but demons. Okay. And what these people are going to do is try to chop and screw and put things together like presidents. When you have politicians run for political offices and you have people chop and screw things that they've said, you see a clip of a video and it makes it look like they said something or didn't say something or do something or didn't do something. That's what Nubreed Global Truth does. Or should I say global lies? This is the pattern that he's not only done to me, he's done these to other content creators. He's done these to individuals. He's done this to a lot of people. And the reason why I'm bringing all this up is because I'm about to show you some video and I'm about to show you some information that puts him in connection with a group of individuals that he really needs to watch out for. And let me just go ahead and break this down. If you're African, if you're Liberian, if you're connected to any of that, as well as here in America, then you need to be on the watch out for Nubreed Global Lies. Okay? And so I just want to put this information out. You're going to find some trolls coming to the chat. They're going to be like, why are you still talking about this guy? This has nothing to do with anything being personal. This is professional. All right. And I have to let y'all know that they're going to be upset because a lot of these people idolize Nubreed. And they put Nubreed before what the Bible says. And they put Nubreed before what God says. So they're going to come in. They're going to troll. So be on the lookout for that in the chat. Moderators, let anybody rock out. However, if they're in here trolling, if they come in here to start dropping a bunch of negative names, time them out as a warning. If they do it again, block them. Okay. With that being said, I need to get into the information because I just wanted to show you this. Y'all can see I have a video about Nubreed right here. And I haven't talked about this guy in a while. And I have walked away from talking about this guy. But what he's doing, as what he's done recently with the whole ICE agent deportation immigrant situation as it relates to the Haitians, he spreaded a bunch of lies with that. Okay. If you want to know more information, you can go watch. Shout out to Ringo TV Reactions. He did an excellent breakdown on that. There's no point in me redoing that. He did that. What I'm doing here is I want to show you, as it relates to Liberians, the connection that he has and how his track record of lying with the Haitians. Ringo broke that down, so you can take a look at that. You're going to see a breakdown of what's going on as it relates to Africans. And then you can see all the other information that he's done. Every group that he tries to run with and rock with, he throws under the bus. And then he claims that he's a part of a group. But then when that group is no longer bringing him likes, clicks, and views, when he can no longer make money off of that group, when his reputation has been exposed and ruined with that group or those groups, he jumps to another group. This is a professional flip-flopper. And this individual is a criminal. He literally has a criminal record. Now, somebody can run a background check on me. My record's clean. I don't care. I've said this a billion times. But for that individual has a criminal, like legal, literal criminal background. Okay? This individual cannot legally vote. He's a convicted felon. But yet, all he does is lead with Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that in every video. But this man can't even legally vote. This man can't even legally engage the proper and correct way in politics. But yet, he wants you to believe and focus on politics like he has some stance on that, some voice. He's a fraud when it comes to that. He has no voice when it comes to that. What's going on, Marilyn Edwards? Thank you for the support. I appreciate the support. Marilyn Edwards on PayPal. Thank you so much. What's up, Marissa? What's up, Rochelle? What's going on? What's up, GCon8? I want y'all to understand as I go into this Trump information, because I'm about to start pulling the videos up and pulling all the information up. Okay? Nubreed Global Lies can't even vote. He's a convicted felon. So why he has not voted, he has not got involved. So why is he making every single video, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this? Let me tell you why. He puts Trump in all his titles of his recent videos because for a channel that has 200 and now 4,000 subscribers, he can't even barely get views. He barely gets views unless he talks about Trump. So every video he does is going to be Trump this, Trump that, Trump this. And like I said, he's not even in a position to where he can even vote. You see, there's a lot of fraudulent activity with this person. And this is why I have to talk about this particular subject. Okay? Because we're talking about psychology of power. Now, let me show you what took place with Donald Trump. Okay? Because a lot of people want to know, okay, well, what does this Nubreed situation have to do with Trump? Oh, okay, I'm glad that y'all, actually asked that. I'm glad that you asked that question. Okay, man, I'm telling you, this is wild. Essentially, what you're gonna find is that, you know what? I'll get going with stuff. So one of the things I want you to see is we're going to look at, let's see if I can get this one video up here. All right, let's take a look at this one video, and we're gonna stop the music.
There was an awkward moment at the White House.
All right, right now we're gonna go ahead and take this out because this is not necessary right now to see. I want y'all to pay attention to this one video as it relates to Trump, okay? And let's turn the music down so we can clearly hear what's going on. Because again, y'all like, what does Trump got to do with Nubreed? What does Nubreed got to do with Trump? How is this related? Again, we're talking about the psychology of power, and I'm about to show you what's going on. All right, so pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. Pay attention. Let's run it back from the top. Watch the video. Let's go.
White House on Wednesday, Donald Trump praised the president of Liberia for his, quote, good English, even though English is the official language of Liberia. This happened during a meeting between the U.S. president and the leaders of 5 African countries. CNN's Larry Madowo has more.
What President Trump led with at this meeting with 5 African nations showed the true intentions of this White House gathering. The leaders of Mauritania, Senegal, Gabon, Guinea-Bissau, and Liberia have all one thing in common. They're small economies, but with rich mineral deposits, rare earth minerals, gold, oil, manganese, iron ore, and they're offering these to the United States, to American companies. They're looking for win-win solutions, as President Brice Oligui Nguema of Gabon said. President Bassirou Diomaye Faye went even further, though. He actually offered a golfing investment opportunity for President Trump and said it would be a few hours flight from Miami or from DC. You can show off your golfing skills, because world leaders have learned that to really do business with President Trump, you have to appeal to him, you have to fawn, and they all did that beautifully.
Represented today, and your continent is represented by Gabon, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Mauritania, and Senegal. All very vibrant places.
And make sure that y'all double tap the screen. There's a gang of people in here watching, and it's not enough likes. So I need y'all to double tap the screen. You can double tap the screen while you're still watching. All right. For those of you that have done that, thank you very much. I appreciate your support. That is how you can support this content, and that's how you can understand what I'm getting at and what I'm trying to break down, and what in the world does Nubreed Globalize have to do with President Trump? And why am I bringing up President Trump while I'm talking about Nubreed? So if you're curious on how this content creator has anything to do with Trump, I need you to double tap the screen. I appreciate those of you that have done that. Let's go.
With very valuable land, great minerals, great oil deposits, and wonderful people.
Mr. President, we thank you for this opportunity to be here. Liberia is a longtime friend of the United States, and we believe in your policy of making America great again.
An awkward moment there after President Joseph Boakai of Liberia spoke, and President Trump appeared to be surprised that he spoke such excellent English. He asked him, where did you learn to speak English?
Okay, I need to get a confirmation in the chat. All right, I need to get a confirmation in the chat, because somebody says, you got somebody says police cam reaction says no one is liking it because something's wrong with my sound. Is there anything wrong with my sound? Because right now,
Such excellent English. He asked him, where did you learn to speak?
it says it's issues when I talk on the mic. And of course, there's nothing wrong with my audio, but all of a sudden now I'm having audio issues. Okay, hold on. Let me check something here, because nothing should be going on. I hear the audio issues, everyone. So give me a second to try to see what's going on. There should not be any issues with what's going on. Let me double check this real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, I hear the exact sound. I'm listening to it right here. There should not be any issues with what's going on. Let me check this. Give me 1 second, y'all. check this real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is crazy. I hear the exact sound. I'm listening to it right here. This is absolutely crazy. I'm working on the audio, y'all. So if it still sounds bad, I'm trying to work on it. Give me 1 second. There should not be any issues. Let me double check this real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is crazy. I hear the exact sound. I'm listening to it right here. This is absolutely crazy. I'm working on the audio. Everyone, please bear with me. I'm trying to fix the audio. So I don't need any instructions on what to do or what not to do. I'm in the process of trying to work on it. And I have no idea why the audio is acting up. Of course, when I do this type of live stream with a studio setup, I'm having these issues. Give me 1 second, y'all. And I have no idea why the audio is acting up. Of course, when I do, it's this is all absolutely crazy. Okay, I'm trying to do an updated. Check here with the audio. I don't know what the heck is going on. Let me know if the audio is good, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Give me 1 second. This is all absolutely crazy. Okay, I'm trying to do an updated. Check here with the audio. I don't know what the heck is going on. Okay, so let me switch to my other mic. I don't know what's going on. Let me switch mics real quick. This is crazy. Okay, so let me switch to my other mic. I don't know what's going on. Let me switch mics real quick. Like I said, I understand the mic is not right. I'm trying to switch microphones, okay? I don't understand. I don't have any issues with my equipment. And all of a sudden I'm having issues. So I just switched the equipment. Let's see what's going on. Like I said, I understand the mic is not right. I'm trying to switch microphones, okay? I don't understand. I don't have any issues with my equipment. And all of a sudden I'm having issues. So I just switched the equipment. Let's see what's going on. All right, audio. Let's see. Like I had no issues going into this live stream, and now all of a sudden I got issues. Let's see, because everything is registering fine. All right, audio. Let's see. Seems like it's still doing it. Like I had no issues going into this live stream, and now all of a sudden I got issues. Yeah. Okay. Listen up, y'all. Listen up. I don't listen up. Let me turn my phone down. I don't know what in the world is going on. I'm using professional studio equipment. Okay. I have professional studio audio interfaces. Everything was working just fine prior to this live. When I would do a live stream to expose this demon, Nubreed, I would get this type of interference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this live stream down and I'm going to turn back around. It's nothing on my end. I need to make y'all understand. I have top-notch professional studio grade equipment. Every microphone is used in professional studios. The audio interfaces, all the cables, all the cords, everything is 100% professional. It is nothing on my end, and it was working right before I went live. So what I'm going to do is shut this live stream down and turn right back around and do this again. So let me get this straight. Akeem, he says, oh, it's Temu Professional. So I guess Shure mics that every professional studio uses is Temu. Man, get out of here with that. Listen. Yeah, this is my point. Police Cam Reaction says when you play a video, it sounds great, and it's only when I speak. I don't know what's going on, but I'm about to do a quick test. I'm about to rule out things. I've used 2 different microphones, 2 different audio interfaces, and I have more than one audio interface with my setup. And for some reason, with the microphone quality, it's doing it. So I'm gonna shut the stream down and I'm turning right back around and I'm about to do this. Yeah, look at what Johnny Wood said. This is what I'm saying. Johnny Wood said this is a square signal added on top. Somebody's hacking my feed. Thank you, Johnny. This is proof that when I try to expose somebody like Nubreed, every time I do a video to expose somebody with Nubreed, I get this type of interference. It be weird stuff happening. Okay, that's what it is. It's got nothing to do with my equipment. Like just stop. You don't even know what the hell I'm working with. I'm gonna put you on timeout, Alchemy. You don't even know what equipment I'm using. All you can see is this Shure mic here. I'm using all types of microphones to set up. So listen, it's what Johnny Wood said. It's weird demonic activity. This is what this demon does. He knows I'm live. He's not live right now, and he's watching this live stream. Him and all his demons. And they're trying to mess up the information that I got to put out. Because when I put out this information, it's going to destroy his reputation. It's going to destroy his character. So he's trying to interfere with it. So let me stop. Let me come back. I'm going to redo this stream. Unless my voice is sounding fine now. Let me see. No, it's still doing it. So I'm going to figure out what's going on and I'm going to restart this stream. I want to do this from the top and I want it to be clean. So everybody watching, stay tuned. I'm going to restart this stream in about, say, 5 to 15 minutes as soon as I can try to figure out what's going on without this sound going on. There's no reason why I should have sound. Everything was working fine before I went live. So stay tuned. I'm going to leave this up as proof that Nubreed tries to spiritually send all types of attacks our way when we expose him. There is documentation and proof of this on my other videos when I've exposed this guy. So I'm going to come back and do that. All right. Some of y'all saying y'all can't hear me. You might be behind on the live stream. You got to hit the live button and make sure you're current. People can hear me. It's just interference on it. So let me do what I do. Stay tuned. I'm going live in 5 to 15 minutes again with this same subject, and we're going to start from the top. All right. Peace and blessings to everybody here. Hang tight. We're going to restart this live in 5 to 10 minutes. All right. Hopefully without any issues. All right. If not, I got a way of doing it to where it shouldn't be any issues. So until then, wait a minute. Let me try something real quick. If that's the case, hold on one second, y'all, before we do that. I'm still going to most likely do it, but let me try something real quick. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Okay, let's try this. Can y'all hear me clearly? Is there any static in the background? Let me know if there's any static in the background. Listen, you come in our chat saying something stupid, I'm blocking you. Let me know if y'all can hear me with putting a 1 in the chat. If there's still interference or is it fine? Just let me know. Because if y'all can hear me clear, this makes no sense. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. This don't make no sense. Okay, this don't make no sense. I'm starting to see yeses. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. I just need to do something as a backup if this happens again. Okay, just let me know. Okay, I'm starting to see 1s in the chat. Listen, y'all, I don't know what the hell is going on. It's definitely some weird spiritual ish going on. And that's what happens when you associate with this guy. When you talk about Nubreed, when you try to expose him, weird crap goes on. So anyway, I'm going to restart this stream. I'm going to find out what's what. I got more people saying 1 than some of y'all might be behind in the stream. If my voice sounds crazy, it is what it is. Marissa says it's not clear. It's worse. It's interference. Yeah, this makes no sense. So I'm going to restart the stream in about 5 to 15 minutes. Let me see what's going on. Stay tuned. Stay tight. Hang on, y'all, and we're going to go back and do it. All right? So we're going to start it from the top.